Facebook, and we are about to be live on Instagram.
What's up,
Hello,
Facebook?
everyone. What's going on? Hello, Rob. Thanks for taking the time to be here.
No problem, Nena. Thanks for having me.
How you feeling?
I feel okay. I'm excited because we got some exciting news. We just released some music, so I'm excited to talk about it.
Yes. Well, welcome, everyone. As Rob said, we just released some music, so you all know me. For some of you, you know me. My name is Nena Uguomo. I am the founder, president, CEO, and executive producer here at Student Dream, and I have the tremendous pleasure of being able to lead our organization and help to train students of color across Brooklyn, across New York City to build wealth. And it's one of the best jobs ever. And I get to do it with my main man, Rob LaRay.
Yes, yes. All of that.
Yes. And so, Rob, we got some great news today. Today, we just came out with one of our newest projects called Light King.
Yes.
And to give everyone a bit of background on Light King, this is part of Student Dream's new initiative called Student Dream Music, which is a new branch within Student Dream where we create music to both teach entrepreneurship, wealth development to our college and our high school students, as well as use it as a tool to raise funding and sustainability for us as an organization, because it takes money to run these programs. And so thanks so much, Rob, for being a part of it. And before we start, Rob, like, introduce yourself to the people. I'm sure everyone, shout out to Descendent, who was on the track. Shout out to everyone joining. Let's go. We're going to have another conversation with Descendent. He dropped some amazing bars on the track. But yeah, Rob, tell people about who you are, what you do, and then your work at Student Dream.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Rob LaRay, singer-songwriter, recording artist. I am the artist in residence at Student Dream. And so what that means is I get to create some real fun and exciting music for Student Dream. I also get to teach the young people that we serve about songwriting. And then also I just get to develop as an artist. And so I'm so excited to be on the team. I'm so excited to be working with you, Nena, and our other colleagues at Student Dream. And I'm just so excited about the mission of Student Dream. And yeah, I'm excited for this music today. Shout out to my brother Descendent in the track. In the chat. I see you, Chanel. I see you, Coop. I see you, Pat. Thank you for showing up.
So Rob, let's talk to the people about the actual track, right? Light King. So you're the one who recorded it, you wrote it. Obviously Descendant wrote his piece as well, but talk to me about the inspiration behind the song.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's Black History Month. I love Black History Month. I'm Black all year round. I love Black culture.
Red, black, and green. Red, black,
all of that.
Green.
I see it and I love it. And so what I wanted to do was honor the greats. And so typically when people think of Black History Month, we think of MLK, right? And he's the first person that goes to. But I also think that sometimes or in the past, we've just kind of had a misconception of who MLK truly was. A lot of people think he was passive. A lot of people think that, he was only a peaceful protester. And although he wore those things, he was so much more than that. He was so much more than that as well. And so I was listening to an interview by Coretta Scott King, and she said, one of the things I regret most is that a lot of people see my father for a great man, but they didn't really know who he was. He was fearless. And so if he had a dream, if he had something that he was going after, he did that fearlessly. He didn't take no for an answer. And I just wanted to created some music that was inspiring to the next generation, that we can do things in a peaceful way, but we don't have to be passive about it. We can be very much direct like MLK was.
That's so real. And so talk to me just about the process, right? So you had this vision of like, hey, I want people to understand that when we think about bringing about change, MLK was not passive, right? He was aggressive. He has this quote about being a transformed nonconformist. So yes, there's a heart, and in terms of that spirit of peace, right? But it can be a movement of that is very active, right? That is very clear to speaking the truth to power as well. And so you have this idea of wanting to inspire people to move like King. And so what was the actual process of putting the song together?
Yeah, absolutely. So honestly, I did a lot of research first. I know MLK. I love MLK. MLK is a Black brother just like I am. He was a part of my fraternity. Shout out to Descendent, who's also a member of Alpha Phi Alpha. And so like I've always loved MLK, but I had to do some research about him. Like what were some things I did not know about MLK? Something I found out about MLK is that he was actually stabbed in the chest. He was
Woo!
doing a book signing in Harlem, and a random woman just came and stabbed him in his chest. He went to the hospital, and the doctor said, if you would have sneezed, you would have lost your life because the blade was that close to your heart. And so he then went on, got out of the hospital. He wrote a speech. He was even speaking to like some young, maybe high school students or middle school. And he was speaking about like, if I was able, come on, somebody, to go through what I just went through and still be just as confident about obtaining this dream, you can do the same thing. And so in my research, just thinking about that, I really got a new picture essentially of who MLK was. And so the writing process started with the research. And then I reached out to our brother, J. Music. I was just like, bro, let me know what you got. This is what
Jade
I'm
about to
thinking.
drop it.
J. about to drop it.
And so J Dot, just so y'all know, J Dot's a producer, incredible producer, Grammy level.
Incredible producer, yeah. So he sent the track back. I wrote the verses to it. I didn't really have a hook, or I didn't have a chorus. It eventually came later on when I realized that, oh snap, like we were looking at King a little bit wrong. Like this is really who I feel like he was, and so I think we should, capture that in this song.
Right. And what do you want people to walk away with in terms of when they listen to it? I mean, I love how it just goes straight into the sound in the beginning, like it gets you wanting to move and take action. And obviously with Student Dream, our idea is to have a dream, but then actually march towards that dream, right? We don't want you to just stay in fantasy land, but you got to execute. Obviously, you've been a part of the team for a while, and we're all about let's hit these deadlines. Let's start these companies. Let's raise this money. Let's market to the students. Let's reach the students. Let's make sure that they're building their wealth, investing in the stock market, starting businesses, moving forward, marching forward. King didn't stop at a dream, but he got things done. Yeah. So I know that's what I want people to walk away with. But for you, just as the artist, what did you want folks listening to walk away with when they listen to Light King, after they listen to Light King?
Yeah, I think two things in particular. So MLK could not have gotten to the dream if he did not know what direction he was going into. And so like he knew what destination he wanted to get to. So he had an end goal in mind. And so I think as creatives, as people in general, like whatever your personal goals are, I think it's so important to have that destination in mind, that end goal in mind, and just keep walking towards that thing. The path may change, the journey may change, it may get longer, it may get tough and bumpy, but what MLK did not do, he never stopped. He kept going until his death. And I feel like we have to have that same energy. You have to keep going. Like I said, the path may change, but if you have that destination in mind, the goal, like we always talk about, and then objectives to get there, I think that's the only way to truly do it like King. You can't stop. You can't stop. Right. And then the other thing I want to add is that oftentimes King is compared to Malcolm X. And so we often have heard that Malcolm X was the radical one and King was the peaceful one. But actually, Malcolm X had a lot of King in him, and King had a lot of Malcolm X in him. They both were passionate. They both were peaceful at times, and at times they were radical. And I think we have to have that same energy if we want to get to that destination.
Come on. And so for you, Rob, right, you just released this new single with us. You have an EP coming out next month. Hey, or in a few months. Let me not put the exact date on it because I know we're still finalizing it.
It's coming. It's coming.
It's coming, y'all. Like, what are you going after right now? When you think about just this new year, all of the momentum that we have coming into this new year, what are you looking forward to?
Yeah, and so the destination for me for this year, the goal for me this year, is to function as a full-time artist. And so putting out music that I'm proud of, putting out music that fills me up, in the hope that it would then fill up my audience, expanding my audience as well as my community of creators. And so that's the overall goal. And I think we've gotten off to a pretty good start.
Yes, we have. And so how can everyone listening and who will listen to this, how can we support Student Dream?
Yes.
And how can we support Rob LaRay Music? How can we support, well, we'll talk to Descendent another day, but shout out to Descendant.
Shout out
How
to
can we
Descendant.
specifically support you, Rob, your work, and Student Dream?
Sure, absolutely. First, let me start by saying, I see you, Ellie. I see you, Blairisms. Shout out to y'all. Good to see you. Yeah, so how can you support Student Dream? You can support Student Dream specifically by buying all of Student Dream's music. So yes, we put out Light King today. It's a fire song. But last summer, we also dropped 600 Miles to Freedom, which is an incredible first album, first project for the organization. And so I just want to remind all of the listeners that 100% of all the proceeds will go towards continuing the great work that Student Dream is doing. And so the goal is to the students that we serve to help them graduate college debt-free and with a savings account. And also teach them about financial literacy. Those are ways you can help Student Dream. Also, I teach a course, Music and Money. And so if there are some producers on the line, if there are some mixing and mastering engineers on the line, if you own a recording studio in this area and you want to partner with Student Dream, reach out to me at rob@studentdream.org. And that's how you can support Student Dream through Student Dream Music.
Yeah, and I know, Rob, you had a question for me, so I want to open it up to anyone listening. If you have questions for us, either about Rob, his style as a creative, Rob, if you have questions for me, I'll let you ask away now.
Absolutely. So I sent you the track a while ago. Can you just maybe tell the people what was your first reaction to it?
Okay, my first reaction? My
Yeah.
first reaction was, it's a brand new day. I was like, it's a brand new day. Moving like him, okay. So I was hyped. I was jumping the first time I heard it. Because again, I love your music, right? You're one of my favorite artists, genuinely. But I love, I mean, just as an athlete, as someone who's constantly in front of the computer all day, there's certain times where I just need to get hyped. And so Soka does that a lot for me. Who's another, what's her name? Florence and the Machine. Like that music really gets me hyped and jumping. And so I love that it just went straight into it. So it really just got me hyped. And I was like, yeah, like it's a brand new day. I woke up feeling like MLK, money on my mind, future looking sunny. I was like, yes. So it really inspired me and motivated me. So that was my first reaction, because the stuff that we do is hard, right? It's hard to raise $500,000 to run our programming. It's hard to design the course curriculum. It's hard to reach out to these career centers and to colleges and charter schools and share with them and pitch, right, our programming to them. It's tiring. It's a lot of work. I love it, but it's not easy. And it's so easy to not see the vision and to get weary in all the good work that we're doing. And so it's important to find those things that motivate you. And for me, that certainly is music. And this was just another motivating track that I'm adding to my playlist. So it really motivated me. I felt fire.
I love it. I love it. So I know that we have some new supporters, some new followers of Student Dream Music, and they may not necessarily be too familiar with Student Dream as a whole, which is the mother of this whole organization. And so if you could, just like a elevator pitch, could you just tell like our new supporters, our new followers, a little bit about Student Dream and how they can continue to support our efforts?
Absolutely. So shout out to everyone who supported us. Shout out to everyone who's here now, who's watching this replay. So Student Dream, y'all, is a financial education nonprofit that I started in 2014. And I started it because it's really my story. I like to say that I am the student dream. So I'm originally from Boston, Massachusetts, and I went to Howard University. So did Rob. HU, you know, shout out to all my bison out there. And I had an incredible experience at Howard, transformative for me personally and professionally, because it really exposed me to just the global breadth and depth of Black excellence. Someone from, there's feedback, Rob. I don't know if you did something with your volume. So the global depth and breadth of Black excellence is so different. So somebody from Houston is totally different from someone who's in LA, as opposed to someone who's in Nigeria or the UK.
Sure.
And so that was powerful. And then I graduated from Howard and came up to New York, which I've been here for about a decade. And I started working in the world of entrepreneurship, technology, finance, working for billionaires. You know, I worked for the Treasury Department, for all these great tech companies, but I didn't see that same Black excellence.
Wow.
It was lacking. And that was shocking to me, because I'm saying, yo, here people are making millions, billions, and trillions of dollars.
Yes.
And we see this huge deficit in the Black community when it comes to wealth. And so I was like, yo, we got to fix this gap. And so that's where Student Dream came about, really wanting to be a tool to help build Black wealth. And the reason why I focused on college students and high school students is because the greatest asset that a 15-year-old has, a 20-year-old has, a 22-year-old is their time. Literally, you hear time is money, but time really is money. And so the idea is that if we really want to build generational wealth, let's help the next generation build their wealth. Other communities, right, have the infrastructure already built in. And there's plenty of wealthy Black folks. So let me not act as if there's not. However, there is a dearth in terms of the number. When you look at the statistics, the average Black household has $10,000 of wealth. The average white household has $110,000 of wealth. And statistics say that if no intervention takes place in Black communities and Hispanic and Indigenous communities as well, by 2050, the average net worth will be $0.
Wow.
So I'm like, yo, we can't, not on my watch.
Come on.
And so the reason I started Student Dream was really not to wait around for reparations, right? Because my family, we're from Nigeria. I'm an immigrant. I just was never comfortable with putting my destiny in someone else's hands. So as much as policy matters and policy can make a change, I'm not going to sit around waiting for Democrats and Republicans to come to an agreement in the House or the Senate and pass legislation. And so hence Student Dream. And so what we do is train students of color to build wealth. And that means teaching you how to graduate college debt-free with little to no debt, with $10,000 saved, relevant work experience, and a job you enjoy. We teach you how to invest in the stock market, and we teach you how to start businesses. So we give you what I call the 4 forms of capital: knowledge, network, experience, and character that drive financial capital. All right. And like from my experience, from my work with millionaires and billionaires, these are the things that work. And we do it in a culturally relevant way.
Sure.
So having Black folk who are highly successful from across industries, who are able to coach you, mentor you, train you. And it's not just theory, but you're really getting your hands dirty and making money, investing, growing that money. So that's Student Dream. Last year, to date, we've worked with over 1,000 students. They've raised over $1 million in business funding. They've been working at these dope companies. And so our goal this year is to train 500 students across New York, across the country, because everything's digital. So shout out to all the students listening. Shout out to all the Black student unions, Latino student unions, right? We're open to everyone from all ethnicities, but we are laser focused on building Black wealth. So all are welcome, but we can't deny that the mission is to build Black wealth.
Sure.
So Black really means both African, everybody who's been historically oppressed. So Black, Latino, Indigenous, everywhere that racism and white supremacy has raised its ugly head. We're really trying to redeem that and restore that. So I'm hype. I love it. And we have so much momentum, yo. And just like the way that we are doing things, not letting people put us in a box. People wouldn't say that, oh, there's a nonprofit that just has a music album. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so never let that's like my encouragement to folks listening. Never let anybody put you in a box. If you have an idea that really draws on your lived experience, that creates value for the world, for yourself, go for it. So that's Student Dream, y'all. Support us. Right now, we need to raise money. We need to get more press. for our work. We need to get more volunteers and speakers. So definitely follow us, share about our work, buy the album, buy merchandise.
Yeah.
Share if you know people in the press, introduce us. It really is a village and community effort. So I'm excited.
I'm excited too, y'all. So listen, after all of that, now you know why I'm a part of this amazing company, this amazing organization. Shout out to Nena, CEO and founder. I just love everything about it. And executive producer of all of Student Dream Music. And so shout out to Nena. Yeah, this is great.
Great. So next up, y'all, we got some more interviews coming with Descendent, who dropped the beautiful 16 bars out here on this album. We're also going to interview Q, who was one of the co-choreographers of the Light King Challenge, which is dropping on Monday. And then we're also going to interview Bree, which is one of our student entrepreneurs, student creatives, who also co-choreographed the Light King Challenge. And so for Curtis Careers, we got a question. Curtis Careers, how can you help encourage young people to invest early that can help them build generational wealth? So honestly, I one of our inspirations, really our foundational inspiration behind Student Dream, is MLK.
Yeah.
And MLK has this idea of this beloved community, right? And even the whole idea of Light King, when I think about our strategy for this year, I really look to King and I'm like, yo, how did they do it back when there was no social media? How are they able to gather and encourage all these young people to be so beastly in these spheres? I also think about Berry Gordy over at Motown. Like, yo, he went into Detroit, he found all these dope, talented young kids and really helped them to thrive. And that was because there was relationship, there was proximity. And so it's one thing to just, I can't stand the way when people just keep talking and talking, but don't get close to people and build relationships and challenge people because of that trust and rapport that's built. So the ways that we can help encourage young people to invest early is by being present, like actually showing up to the Black student unions, showing up to their events, meeting them where they're at, whether that they're a college student, high school student, and going directly to them, DMing them and saying, hey, I got this opportunity. Like, how can I support you and serve you? What are your money goals and how can I help you do that? So to Curtis Careers, I think the best way to help encourage young people to invest early is by getting proximate to them and really building that relationship with them, because then you earn that right to encourage them. And then sharing stories, like really letting them know, hey, you can do this. What are your goals and dreams? How can I support you? And investing is a way that can help you get to that. So those are my thoughts, y'all. Yeah, Rob, you keep turning up something. What's that? What's going on with this echo, Rob? Don't turn up.
I keep getting text messages, and so I'm trying to turn around on IG or Zoom, but this is what we got today.
All right, so that's it, y'all. Any more questions for us? Please ask away. This is we wanted this to be nice, short, and quick, but if anybody has questions, let me know. I'm here. Yeah, please, Curtis Careers, please DM us, DM me. My email is nena@studentdream.org, so you can either email me or we respond. I have a whole team of folks. I think there's still an echo, Rob. It's not on your end? Okay, well, we have a whole team of folks who are here to respond if you all have any questions. So go about volunteering. Yes, you can DM me as well, Kelsey. You can DM at studentdream.org, or you can go straight to our website, studentdream.org, and there's a place to actually put in there that you're interested in volunteering. So that would be tremendous. We definitely need some help, either obviously on the music production side, because we have some more music that we're coming out with, or digital marketing, really reaching out and connecting with schools. There's a lot of ways to volunteer, but if you go to our website, studentdream.org, that's a perfect spot to do that. Yay. And everything's digital, y'all. So if you're in, whether you're in Brooklyn, whether you're in LA, North Carolina, Houston, Nigeria, Kenya, Jamaica, you know, West Indies, Russia, UK, holla at your girl. We're out here, y'all. But I think that's it for us, Rob. I'm excited. I'm super grateful for what, okay, how can HBCUs can help the cause, and what can Student Dream do to support their communities? So HBCUs are anchor institutions. So there's this term in community development called anchor institutions. Those are your hospitals, those are your universities, those are your community centers, and they can help to spread the word to their students, because it really is about coalition building. I feel like every single conversation I have, I'm always mentioning the Jewish community, because I so admire the way they work together to really uplift the success of their community. And that's what needs to happen. They have their institutions and everybody works together. And so that's how HBCUs can help, really building that anchor institution. Do you hear an echo, Rob?
Not on my end.
Do y'all hear an echo? Or is that just me? Okay, well, it's better now. So that's how they can work, really plugging themselves and partnering with organizations like Student Dream, who are doing the work, and really being able to help build those coalitions of community-based organizations, of private institutions, of individuals to help build. So that's the way that HBCUs can do that. And how can HBCUs can help the cause, and what can Student Dream do to support? Yeah, I mean, we're doing it. So right now, Student Dream we are supporting the community by giving the community, specific community members, what they need. And in this case, it is financial education, wealth education, really, because we're not talking about, everybody talks about building credit, but we're talking about building wealth. Credit is it's a killer of wealth, but it's not a builder of wealth. You can't give your child credit. You can give your child a stock, you can give your child a house, you can give your child gold, right, and art, but you can't give them credit. So that's one of my pet peeves, that when people will talk about money, the first thing is like, oh, I got to build my credit score. Now you gotta build your income, build your assets, homie, and decrease debt. That's what you gotta do. Come on. We talking about stocks. Any other questions, y'all? I'm going into teaching mode now. All right. Well, if that's it, yeah, this was great, y'all. Again, go listen to the song written by the Rob LaRay. Rob, I can't hear you on Zoom, but if you could turn up your Zoom volume, that would be great. All right, there we go.
There we go.
Turn down your volume all the way on your phone. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Or move your phone.
It's already down. Do you still have feedback?
Okay, cool. It's all right.
Okay.
I do still have feedback, but we'll be fine. But yeah, y'all, so go listen to the song, Light King. It's available everywhere. You can click the link in my bio, the link in Rob's bio.
Yep.
To listen to it. And yeah, that's it. And share. If you like it, follow us. If you're not following us, share it with a friend. Shout out to Story Behind the Look.
We see Story Behind the Look.
It's available everywhere.
Everywhere.
Descendent,
Shout out
I
to
can't wait
Descendent
to
one
talk
more
to you.
time. We're grateful for you, brother.
Yes.
We'll get you up here on this live soon.
Yeah, we'll be speaking to Descendant, if not this weekend, then Monday. All right, y'all. Have a great weekend. Let us know what you think, man. Take some stories. Let us know your favorite quotes from the song, your favorite moments in the song. Tag at the Student Dream, tag Rob, because we want the feedback, and let us know what else you want to hear from us as well.
Absolutely. And be practicing those dance moves for this Light King challenge.
Yes.
So that y'all can be ready to post and give us those videos next week. Oh, Nena.
All right, you ready? We got to end with the song. We got to play the song. I need you to, can you play the song, Rob? You got access to it?
You have to do it on your end. You already know I'm having technical difficulties.
Here, I'm gonna do it, y'all. Here we go. We're gonna pray a little. Let me know if you can hear it. Can you hear it? All right, here we go. I'm gonna do it. Here we go. I gotta turn off my Bluetooth. Here we go.
Yeah, we hear it.
Hey.
Woke up feel like I'm okay. Strong and I know it. Living these patterns that got you but growing. Mind on my money. Mind on my future. It's looking real sunny. Ain't no clouds in sight. Ain't no clouds in sight. One hand in the air for a real one. Two hands in the air if you got one. Hands in the air so hard. My soul is running like crazy. I got the king for late. Stabbed in the chest in 1958. He took me down for the king, but that didn't stop him from having a dream. Hey, now I'm coming for you. Forget the old, I'm ready for the new. Hey, now I'm coming for you. I want the keys and the jet in the back too. Hey, now I'm coming for you. This come up is all over you. Hey, now I'm coming for you. Give me what's mine and I'ma do your life. When it comes to my dreams, I'ma do your life. When it comes to my dreams, wait. King was a man, he was a star, he was a swerve. Wait, guys, gotta get releasing career. I do it for my nephew, for my guys in America, Moesha and Erica. Proceed with caution, but you're gonna have some problems. I've been looking for a reason to walk in my purpose. And I'm missing in my purpose. It's never gonna stop me from the vision. And now I'm gonna see. Hey, now I'm coming for you. Look at the old, yeah, I'm ready for the new. Hey, now I'm coming for you. I want the keys and the chip in the back too. Hey, now I'm coming for you. This come up is right over to get. Hey, now I'm coming for you. Give me what's mine and I'ma do your life. When it comes to my dreams, I'ma do your life. When it comes to my dreams, where's Descendent? From the darkness, I gotta be the light. My keys to my vision, let my actions be the sight. Trying not stop, going hard day and night. I'm here for a reason, my dreams stay flight. I take what's mine, I don't need your hope. Now I believe it's y'all got it. Yeah, your paper spiritually. On the front line, this is not a joke. I don't want to have now, so much growth. Now much has changed, getting aimed by the ropes. Cruise loved ones and nicks off the coat. Talk about hate, love is what the joke. Can't hold me back, cause it's big the cream. Move in silence, don't have to be seen. God's plan, never just stop the team. Put my mic on the line for change. Like a drum. When it comes to my dreams, I'ma do your life. When it comes to my dreams, I'ma do your life. I mean, y'all got me misunderstood. He was peaceful, he was also a jet. We all know he's out in the jet. He's been up, and still go out in the jet. That's the kind of energy I'm on. Hey, I'ma do you like king.
Woo! Come on. Y'all, and this is authentic Nena. Woo! I'm just having fun, man. I'm having fun. Woo!
Someone said that you should definitely be the hype woman on every track.
So y'all go taste that song, listen to it. And I think that's a wrap, y'all. Happy Friday. We're gonna see you next time. Love y'all. Peace.